Let's make our way back. But before we make our way back, can you put your details? Can you put your postcode in there?
Okay.
So the sat nav knows which way to take you. And
Yes.
oh, that was quick. Okay, and if you press start, once it wakes up, there we are.
The route guidance will start now.
Okay, I know. Right, okay, let's make our way back.
Okay.
This time I want to minimize my intervention, kind of let you do a little bit more on your own, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna.
Mm-hmm. You can tell she didn't charge very well. She's unplugging it and replugging it back in. I'd go back further,
Okay.
so it's easier for you to move off.
Yes.
I'd keep coming back until you're almost perfectly straight. So it's just easier. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now take a wider turn.
Okay. Because I will hit.
So which road's closed?
That way.
Okay, so let's go to the end and see which way we end up going. Oh yeah, they've closed it, haven't they?
Okay.
Well, my sat nav. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Unless he's doing a reverse bay park. Yeah, he is, isn't he? So let's turn right at the end of this car park.
Turn right.
Turn right, yeah. Let's see where it goes. It's full of sign for the exit, and let's just see what happens.
Okay, let's see.
It's a silly place to park a Range Rover, but it's. I'm afraid it's all that he found, and
Okay. He's turning, so I'm going. Okay, should I follow the road ahead?
just keep going until you find the exit.
Okay.
Search and ye shall find. Keep looking. It's telling us we're turning right here. Yeah. Okay. There we are. And keep going until you find the exit. Can you see the blue sign on the left?
Yeah. It's like turn
Okay.
right.
I've already found the exit.
Leave at the first exit.
Can you see it on the floor?
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Now leave the roundabout.
Why is there even roundabouts at the parking lot?
It's just roundabouts are so easy to navigate. Oh, that's interesting. A stop sign as well.
Now turn left.
So regardless, make sure momentum ceases here. So make sure you stop fully.
Like this.
Yes,
And
then go and safe. Yeah, that's fine. So you stopped and then you went, especially for a driving test.
And
Okay.
Turn right
Yep.
onto Meadowhall Way. Now turn right.
Every time like she says turn right now, and I was about to turn right, even though that's the right traffic light.
Oh dear. Look at the sat nav, you're turning right again.
Oh my god. Sorry.
I like the way you did that. That was nice. Do you see how I don't trust sat navs?
Yes.
I just don't. I simply don't. I've never trusted a sat nav in my life.
Including Google Maps.
I don't trust it.
Okay.
If everyone's going Google Map way, I go the opposite way.
Okay.
And the thing is with Google Maps, it's good. It's not bad. Google Maps is like the Primark of.
The prime one.
It is. It's a Primark of sat navs.
Now turn right.
TomTom is the best.
TomTom.
Yeah. So do you know the one that you're using on your mock test? That's the best sat nav.
Okay.
And the only problem with that sat nav, it's not as widely used because you don't need it. It's a bit like buying a digital camera. You don't need one. You know, nobody has. I remember I paid, how much did I pay? About £400 for a digital camera with a 16 megabyte memory
In a
card.
quarter mile, keep left onto
Look at the
Meadowhall
phones now.
Road.
A phone now is not a phone, it's your life.
Yes.
And it does everything. It does every possible thing you need. So what I do, I work out where I'm going. So I'm off to Leeds, aren't I?
Yes.
So Leeds is on the M1.
Okay.
M1 South goes to London. M1 North finishes in Leeds.
Okay.
It's an easy way of working it out. So I'm off to Leeds.
Yes. Oops.
Now keep left.
It's okay, wash
That
the
is
car.
not intention.
There was nobody there, so it's fine.
I
If there
will-
was somebody there, I would horn or I would try and avoid going into there.
Okay.
Now keep right.
I mean, all they had to really say was follow the road.
Yes.
Do you know, like the algorithm isn't very. They need another voice. They need a bit more common sense. So can you see on the second one?
Yes.
That's telling you which way the road's going to bend.
Okay.
Now keep left, and then leave the roundabout at the first exit.
So if we were, let's say if we were going to go to London,
Okay.
you would turn right on the roundabout. Because we're going to Leeds, we turn left. So M1S means M1 South.
Okay.
M1N means M1 North.
Okay.
So it'll have the same junction number, but it'll have different N or S or E or W.
Okay.
So here we're
Leave
coming
at
onto the
first
motorway.
exit.
Oh, I see. N1.
Now
Yeah.
leave the roundabout.
So it's M1N. M1N is where we are going.
Okay. Straightforward.
Yeah. So our road, if you read a blue sign, it means our lane does not break. It means our slip road becomes lane 1 of the motorway.
Okay.
So we don't have a slip road. 3 months ago, he thinks it's a slip road. It's not. He's about to have an accident.
Yes.
We stay in this lane.
Okay.
Now he is very traditional.
Yes.
So he thought a long time ago, because this road used to lead on to a slip road.
Okay.
Do you see how you have to close the window when you're driving a motorway?
Yes. I can barely hear you.
Yeah.
Traditionally, I should be on a slip road, right?
Yes.
I need to
Yeah.
turn.
But what they've done, they've changed it now. So now this road leads up to lane 1.
That's easy.
I'm going to let you do some driving on your own. I'm going to remain quiet in the car. Now, it's 25 miles to Leeds city centre from here. So I'm going to tone down my tuition and let you do a little bit of driving on your own. If there's anything you don't understand, you ask me.
Okay.
when you're moving across,
Okay.
push the steering wheel less.
Okay.
You're pushing it with a little bit of force there. And what's happening, the car's shaking ever so slightly. Now he's moving out because that's where the slip road starts for that road that comes off the motorway. So they're very disciplined lorry drivers. And he does it half a mile from the point that he would turn.
But that's not. I go over the line.
So you just need to be aware of them. Now remember what we agreed. If your windscreen wipers are on, they're on automatic, so they won't come on.
Okay.
Now they're on. Go a little quicker, keep your speed up. That's fine. So if your windscreen wipers are on, our expectation is that your lights are on. So you be safe, you be seen. So you know the number 36 there, what does that mean? Can you remember what we discussed?
Number 6.
Yeah. It's what they call a junction number.
Oh, yeah.
So the next number should be sequential and it should go upwards or downwards.
Okay.
So we agreed that the M1, we are on the M1 North.
Yes.
So if that's 36, it should go up to 37.
Okay. Oh my god.
And that's a police car going up, unmarked police car. A rather nice one, really. He's coming up at the next junction. But if you see him, you move out of their way if you can do.
Okay.
And these are your countdown markers. So if you're coming off at the exit, you would signal left at the number 3. You would continue keeping it on until you came off the exit.
So this is 61.
So the speed limit here is 7070. And we're travelling at a reasonable speed at the moment, so I'm quite happy with that. Now we can see people coming onto the slip road, so let's move across if it's safe. Yep. That's lovely. And that gives him an opportunity to come on. Now if he gets too close to the green coloured car, you can see the green car coming out.
Yes.
And that's because he's just going too quick, or he refuses to stay in the lane on the left.
Okay.
And that's where lane hoggers come in if he's hogging the lane.
Okay.
Because we always keep left if we can do. Keep your speed up.
They're definitely doing above 70.
It's 70 here.
Yeah, I think they're doing above 70.
Okay. Keep your speed at 70 or move into the lane on the left.
Okay.
If you feel you are gaining on that white coloured car, do a lane change when it's safe,
Okay.
or reduce your speed, one of the other. Can you keep going? Can you see the silver car? Keep your speed up.
Yes.
The silver car is gaining on the white car. That means it's coming into your lane.
Okay.
When it's safe, move back into the lane on the left. Now remember what you told me about the lorry.
Yes.
Now is the time you need to do it.
Okay.
I wouldn't go in. Go in now, but you'll be moving out very soon. You'll be moving out because the black car in your lane
Yes.
is going slow and the red car, the red Royal Mail van is catching him up
Okay.
and you are subconsciously dropping your speed. Look at your speedometer. Keep your speed up and do a lane change if you need to. Keep your speed at 70. Are you gaining on that car? Then move out. But before you do, look in both outside lanes. If it's safe, then move out, but look in both lanes. I would move across when it's safe now. Look in the outside lane, the third lane as well. Keep your speed up, you're dropping it subconsciously. And he's doing the same, he's looking in his left door mirror. Despite the fact that under his mirror, he has a blind spot mirror as well, he can see an angle. In that left mirror, he's got a little mirror underneath. That's an imported car from Japan. They're actually pretty nice. Japanese cars, imported cars, very nice. Now look in your inside mirror and the right door mirror. No reason to see what's going on, because he's pulling out in front of the van. Keep giving gas, if not, overtake, go into the outside lane. Keep your speed up. Good. Keep your speed at 70. It's safe. When it's safe, move back into the center lane. But before you do, look at the red van as well. So signal. Very gently come in and look at the silver car as well. Cancel your signal. Now the silver car is going to come into your lane in 10 seconds. Keep your speed up, but watch him and look in your right door mirror. We can see another slip road coming onto your lane as well. See how he's coming into your lane? This is something you need to predict because he's getting closer. Don't ever buy one of them. They're awful. MG. Don't buy an MG. I don't like them cars. You will come into your lane in 10 seconds. Look in the right door mirror. You want a minimum of this distance. If not, do a lane change. Move across. You're too close. If you brake, you'll have an accident. And not that you realise, but the car was subconsciously slowing you down. It has forward collision avoidance systems. And if you look down at the speedometer, beneath it says auto recuperation. Look behind you, he's very close to you. Do a lane change back into the lane on the left. Cancel your signal. Now he was tailgating you. That's illegal what he was doing. You see how he's driving?
Yes.
He was tailgating you. And the way you deal with it, you ignore it, you just do lane change, come back into your lane. Come away from them. Don't get involved in road rage. Now we can see a car with his hazard lights on.
Yes.
So be careful when that happens. We don't know what's going on there. But he stopped near a box where the motorway sort of SOS telephone is. Now we can see them two getting close. Look in your right door mirror. He's going to come into your lane in 10 seconds. Signal right, do a lane change. Predict it.
Okay.
More to right, there you are.
Yes.
Bit more to right, don't get nervous. That's it. He's a good driver. He's actually very good driving still. And if it rains too much, we've got a little rubber dinghy we can take.
Okay.
It's a joke that, but not a very good one. That's it. When it's safe, we're going to move into the centre lane, then back into the left lane. But keep at 70. He will move across, we will then. So signal left, move across when it's safe.
Sorry, I can barely see.
Okay, signal left, let's move into left lane. Don't get too worried about the window behind you. You turned your wipers off. I've just turned them back on for you. Now we're going to move back into the lane on the left when it's safe. Remember, there's 4 lanes now. So we keep left unless we're overtaking. Now when it's safe, move back into the lane on the left again. Good. Now you can see there's 3 cars in front of us.
Yes.
The taxi driver doesn't have his lights on.
Yes.
The Mercedes does.
Yes.
The third car doesn't.
Yes.
And you can't see them very well.
Yes.
When it's safe, do another lane change into the centre lane. Keep watching him just in case he comes into your lane. That's how most accidents happen. When people are lane changing. As you're approaching the sign on the left, have a good read of it. Just see what it says. And carry on.
Is that the exit number?
That's just telling you how far you are from them junctions. It's what they call an information board. So now we're going to move back into the lane on the left again. That's lovely. So we're keeping left unless we're going to get too close to the lorry. But if the lorry's overtaking, we need to as well. So now do a lane change when it's safe. Remember, you're getting closer to the lorry. So you may need to do another lane change, that's right. And the reason why I'm raising my voice is not at you because we're traveling at high speed.
Okay.
And now have a quick look to your left at that Range Rover. They're fast cars.
Yes.
Incidentally, how far are we from home? Have a look at the sat nav.
5 miles.
5 or 13?
That's it.
That's from the junction, not from the actual destination.
Is that 9? It's 9.
No, we still no. The first one is telling you that's the M1. The sign beneath is telling you it's a separate motorway.
Okay.
So at the bottom it's showing a number. Can you remember we saw number 36, didn't we?
Yes.
So what number is it on there? 41?
41.
Yeah, and 40. That means we're going up on the M1.
Okay.
So we're not going down the M1, we're going up, so we're north.
Alright.
That's how you work out which way you're headed on the motorway. Do we need to move into the lane on the left or are we happy here? Okay. Uh-huh. So that sign's telling us we want the M621 leads. These two are going where?
Manchester, Watford.
Or Wakefield, yeah. Where are we going? M62. Yeah, M61 Leeds Centre. That means stay on this road. Now that's incidentally, that yellow thing is a speed camera.
Okay.
That looks at your speed if you're going over 70. Now can you see how the cars are slowing down?
Yes.
They're doing lane changes. We need to do one. Or are we okay in the lane that we're in? I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Okay? Now it's telling us a lane closure ahead and reduce your speed. So we need to reduce our speed to 50. And there's a lane closure and that's why they're dropping your speed. So now we can see the black X, can't we? Can you see it?
Yes.
That's telling them drivers not to use that lane.
Okay.
Let's do another lane change into the centre lane. And that's to let this driver come out. That's fine. What's the speed limit now?
40.
Adjust your speed. If everyone is coming to a standstill, press this button, this hazard light switch.
Okay.
Do it now so you understand it. And that tells people that you're coming to a very sudden stop.
Okay.
Reduce your speed. And now you can turn it off because we're still moving. And that's possibly because there's something going on. A vehicle could be stranded. Make sure you're not going over 40. And that's a highway patrolman and that's a car that's broken down.
Prepare to keep right onto M621 towards Leeds Centre.
And that simply means remain in the lane. They could just say, now the speed limit will be back to normal. However, we haven't seen a speed limit sign yet. Now we can see one. So once you go through that sign, it's back to the national speed limit on this motorway, which is 70 again. I would have cancelled my signal when all four wheels come into my lane.
Keep right onto M621 towards Leeds Centre.
So we're in the correct lane, we're going to follow the road ahead. So if we look at this silver car, and in the lane on the left in front of him, where the black car is,
Yes.
that lane is fairly quiet.
Okay.
He's hogging this lane, now it's accelerating. Let's move back into the center lane. So let's not unnecessarily
Now
stay in the
keep
lane.
right.
So we're going to remain in this lane. We can see a roadwork sign coming on.
Yes.
Let's now move back into the lane on the left. So we're keeping left. That's fine. So we're in the correct lane. We're going to follow the road ahead.
Please follow M621 for 3 miles.
Now look in your right door mirror
Yes.
and just see what's going on. Just so you have an opinion. Now the speed limit drops, reduces speed. Make sure you're doing 50, no more. Superb. Well, and this is Sturton Park and Ride. They have electric car charging points here, solar panels, amazing technology in there. They have a battery that was installed by Tesla, £600,000 battery. It's
Prepare to
massive,
keep right
huge,
onto M621
and the whole complex
towards
is
Manchester.
self-sustained,
Okay.
so it's off-grid. Brilliant. I think it's fantastic. I used to charge my car here. Now these are average speed cameras, so you can't slow down in front of a camera and not get caught.
Okay.
It works out your average from one camera to the next.
Okay.
Also, this is where you would escape. Over here, there's fire exits. Look in your right door mirror. If it's safe, move across. If not, stay in your lane. Can you see how he had to slow down?
Yes.
That's all he does.
Okay.
So he cannot come onto the slip road and onto the motorway unless it's safe. So on the sign on the left behind the red sign,
Yes.
it's telling you another slip road is coming onto your road.
Yes.
So look in your right door mirror. No, you don't have to come across, cancel the signal.
Okay.
Stay in this lane.
Yes.
Just be aware and look in the mirror. And you can see there's no car coming on.
Yes.
So you don't have to change
Okay.
lanes. But be aware that there is a slip road coming onto your road.
Okay.
So you can early move across if you see a vehicle. But we can't see a
In
vehicle.
1 mile, keep right onto M621 towards Manchester.
She sounds so awful, doesn't she?
Yes.
She needs a cuter voice. And we can't even change the voice. This is why I don't use the sat nav in the car.
Okay.
She sounds old, doesn't she? Like she's fed up of the world. Now if we look ahead, the overhead gantry, so the big sign's called a gantry,
Yes.
it's telling us we need to move lanes. So we need to move it to lane 2. So let's do a lane change when it's safe. Because that lane goes to Beeston
Okay.
and this lane goes ahead. We need to follow the M621 to Manchester.
M621.
Yeah, and that will take us home. Don't repeat your postcode. We know where you're going. You know where you're going. I'll turn this off once we get close to your house. And we can see this is a slip road on the left. We can see the markings on the floor.
Yes.
And that shows that that's Harrogate, Leeds Centre, North and East. This is South and West. And then soon we should see another sign warning us of another slip road. But the yellow
Now
sign on
keep
the
right.
left is telling us they have a separate lane. We have our lane, so they're not going to join us. They've got a lane to themselves. And this is their lane that they have to themselves. And we follow the road ahead. And this will effectively take us down towards Ellen Road, I'm assuming, and make us do a right from there. I'm hoping. If not, we're off to Manchester. One of the other. So now we can see that lane merging into ours. That's fine. So you make effective observation, making sure there's nobody coming into our lane. You better pass your driving test, you know. Oh, we put a lot of effort
Now
into
keep
this.
right.
Yes. I like how feel the steering wheel is moved by itself.
Is it pulling you as well?
Yes.
It's called lane keep.
Yes.
Completely normal in new cars. And if you look at the map on the left, at some point we're going to come off. It's not here, it's probably at the next exit. And the rumble you can feel under the car are the original capsize, so the reflective studs. Because they've changed the motorway layout temporarily.
Now leave the motorway to the left.
So we're coming off on the next exit. So now I want you to signal left to keep your signal on. Now we can see the number 1 countdown marker.
Yes.
So we need to have it on at the number 3. And that's what we did. It's missing, they're doing roadworks. So where that car's just turned off, there's a gap between the cones. We're going to turn left down there. So look in the left odometer, we're going to come off on the exit. Now if we look at the sat nav, it's going to make us turn right. So cancel your signal and look at the lane that goes towards the right. The first option of turning right. It will be the lane on the right. It will be. More than likely.
Leave at the third exit.
It's telling us now. We already know. And we're back home. Back to Leeds. That's Ellen Road football ground.
Are we still doing manoeuvre?
Yeah, we should have enough time to get a couple of reverse parks in, bay parking in. We should have enough time. We'll see how we kind of get on over there. It's normally on a weekend, it's a little bit busy over here.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see how we kind of get on. Make sure they're not going through a red light and carry on. Sometimes people go through an amber light, which ends up as a red light for us. So we're turning right here, aren't we? Let people know which way you're going. Right, that's it, yeah. Don't scare them.
Is that, no.
So we're going to go that way.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's pretty naughty what he's done there, but it's permitted. Cancel your signal. And we're going to go ahead. Just follow the road ahead.
Now leave the roundabout.
Go a little faster. Keep to the right. You're going over the line. Keep to the right. The lanes are narrow. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah.
Yes.
Ever so often you get too close to one side.
In half a mile, keep right.
I'm going to turn the sat nav off. The film off now. Okay.
In a quarter mile, keep right.